Work is in full swing getting ready for our summer market, but in between the preparations, I've been squeezing in some renovation projects. And this week we've been working on one in the kitchen that I've been waiting over a year for. And I'm so excited that it's almost finished. We've also been doing some, like I say, some more preparations for the market. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that. And Stephen has made me something this week that has really made a big difference to the outside of the manor. So let me show you what we've been up to this week. We bought the tile for our kitchen probably over a year ago. It's been a long time. And with so many other projects on the go, it kind of got left down on the low priority list. But this week we decided that it was time to get the tile on the wall. So I've laid out my tile, which will go behind the range in the kitchen. And it's taken me quite a long time to make sure it's all random, which is kind of ironic considering I've had to work at making sure it's random, but I wanted to make sure that no two tiles that were the same were next to each other. So it looks really random, but actually it's taken me quite a while to ensure that all the tiles are different. So with the pattern tile up, we found this small subway tile that really complements. So we wanted it to be quite simple in a matte off-white, which really works. And Stephen has just been putting this up over the last few days. We've almost finished. We've got a little bit around the edge of the pattern. So we're going to have the subway tile that will go up on either side of the pattern. And then we will be ready to grout. And we're using a dark grey grout, so it will really have a contrast to the white. And I think it's going to look, it's just really transformed this kitchen space. And so once it's finished and we get the range put back, I think it's going to really look quite stunning in here. So it's time to get this area behind our beautiful oak trees all cleared up, ready for our summer market. So things were going so well. I was doing a great job. My big weed whacker was just taking down all the weeds. And then a piece broke. So we've had to replace the piece, but it meant I had to stop. But it got me thinking about this space behind the oak trees, because this is the space that the miniature horses, the beloved miniature horses, will be at the market. And we want it to be a really nice place for them, so they're happy, but also a nice place for you to enjoy meeting them and the pony rides. And it got me thinking that some of these wildflowers behind, they're just so beautiful that I'd really rather not take them all down and just flatten everything. So I'm thinking that maybe we keep some of this and we clear enough to give the horses space and for space for the pony rides and for you to meet them, but we keep some of the wildflowers just to give a really nice space and environment for you to enjoy the beautiful horses. And at the moment, we are just finalizing all those details because we've got all the vendors. We're going to have some vendors inside, some vendors outside. And so we've done our floor plan. Everyone, if you came to our last market last year, lots of people have kind of moved around a little bit, so they're not going to be in the same place. It's going to look a little bit different as well as last year, but it's going to be just a fabulous weekend. And so as I am just figuring out all my logistics of my space, I think I've pretty much worked out now this space and all the seating we're going to have on the grass, our picnic areas for our vintage picnics. So it takes time, and sometimes you have to come out and kind of walk through. So I've been walking through, and I think I've got this space finished. But when you come, you'll have to come and see this beautiful area and visit the miniature horses. The other thing that you'll definitely have to come and enjoy is our swing in our big oak tree. Now, lots of people last year really enjoyed swinging and getting photos, and it was a big hit. So it's back this year and it's ready for you to come and enjoy. And so this area under the oak trees, it's beautifully shaded, so the sun's completely out right now and it's just so cool. So we're going to have lots of seating under here so you can sit and enjoy your ice cream from our Sussex ice cream bar, or one of the summer treats and snacks that you pick up from one of the other vendors, and you'll be able to come and sit under our big oak trees or swing on the swing. So this is the planter box that Stephen has made me for the outside of the manor. And we're actually going to put up 4. We're going to have 1 here by the front door and then 3 on the porch at the end by the pub. And I just love them. He's done such a fantastic job. So he's made it for me and now I'm about to stain it. And we've gone with this kind of nice, rich, dark kind of chocolate brown for the stain. And this is a colour that we've used before, and you can see it's actually really, really quite nice. And the nice thing is I can put multiple layers on if I want it to be darker. So I might go a little bit darker than that, I think. So it's got that nice chocolatey brown to it, rich colour to it. And so I'm just going to stain this up, ready for the plants, and then once it's dry I can get them up at the front and we can put some flowers in there, and it's just going to really make a big difference to the front of the manor and how nice it looks in the summer. So my first window box is stained, and I really like this colour actually. It's a deep chocolate colour, but it's a transparent stain. And we do that on purpose because we really like to see the wood grain through the stain rather than staining it with such a colour block that you can't see the wood. And so I'm going to leave it to dry, and then I'm going to decide whether I want to put another coat on just to make it a little bit darker. But I actually do like this. I think it's a nice warm stain colour, and I think it'll look really nice with on the front of the house with the colour on the sandstone wood pieces and our off-white trim. So now I just got to go and collect up all my flowers and get the other 3 made and stained, and then we can attach them to the front of the house. With so much going on right now, it's sometimes hard to remember that you have to stop and smell the roses. And in this case, literally, because I've actually come out today because Stephen mentioned to me yesterday that some of our roses are starting to bloom. And what we found here is that we are definitely behind. Like, our peonies are just coming out, whereas I know lots of people whose peonies have come and gone. But these roses are just beautiful. And we've got we've actually got now 3 rose bushes. We've got this beautiful miniature rose, which is in this lovely pink and yellow, which is really, it's full of blooms this year. And then a little bit further down here, we have one that my mum and dad just bought us, which is just a gorgeous red rose. And we've got one that's come out beautifully already, and then we've still got some more buds that are waiting to come out. And then I have a 3rd rose bush, which is a beautiful light pink. And this was a birthday present to me from Joelle. And so it's called my Joelle rose. And the scent on this is just stunning. And this one's kind of, all the blooms have kind of come, and they're just dying off, and then hopefully we'll get some more. I can see some more new ones coming. And then my peonies are just starting to bloom. Now, these peonies were actually outside the front door of the manor when we first moved in, and they were pretty much the only flower that was really here. We have never seen them bloom. So we've been here 3 years, it'll be 3 years. It was a huge peony bush, but it hadn't been looked after. And so what we did was we had to dig it up because the gravel on the front driveway. And so we dug it up and we split it and we replanted it. And last year we obviously didn't get anything, which we weren't really expecting. So this year is our first year of seeing this peony. And I don't know how old it is because it's could have been there years and years and years. But it is quite gorgeous, and I'm so excited because it's this beautiful pink color, because we didn't even know what color it was because we'd never seen them bloom. So we've got multiple peonies now around the garden because we split it. So it's so exciting to see it actually bloom for the first time. We also planted a couple of rhododendrons, and they are doing really well. They obviously love this spot. We have one in a light pink and one in this gorgeous hot pink. The weather is just glorious at the moment, so I've taken a couple of moments just to bring my tea outside and enjoy the sunshine because it's just so gorgeous. This is exactly the weather we need for our summer market on the 16th and 17th of July. If you haven't got your tickets yet, hop over to our website and sign up and make sure you've got your tickets. They're going very quickly. And thank you to everyone who showed interest in our vintage picnics. Now we are going to be offering a very limited number of vintage picnics at the market, and we have a list of people who've said that they are interested, and so all the information and the pricing and what's included in the picnic basket and what's included in the experience will all be sent out by the beginning of next week. So if you are on that list, watch out for that email so that you can book your space, because like I say, we are having only very limited spaces at the market. But don't worry, if you don't get a space at the market, it is something that we are going to be offering in the future on many occasions with lots of different experiences, because vintage picnics outside, surrounded by this beautiful Georgian manor, I mean, it doesn't get better than that, right? So everything in our hampers is going to be local, or as much local as we can get our hands on. So we're really excited about working with local producers and farms and stores so that we can offer not just the vintage picnic experience, but a taste of New Brunswick and the local maritime area through the food that we offer. So that's very exciting. So like I say, if you haven't got your name on the list and you are still interested in our vintage picnics, whether it's for the summer market or even in the future, there is a link on our summer market page on our website, and you can sign up your name and then we will send you emails and information. The other thing that we will be releasing early next week, is our cake competition. Now we always have a traditional cake competition at our summer market, and it is so fun. We get such amazingly creative cakes, and I just love seeing every single one of them. So we would love to see your cake as part of our competition. So I will be releasing all the information on Monday the 4th for you to enter your cake into our cake competition at this year's summer market. There is so much going on at this market. You know, last year it was a fabulous weekend. This year is going to be even bigger and better, and I can't wait to show you more behind the scenes over the next couple of weeks. Remember, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and make sure you're subscribed so that you are first to know when we release any new videos. And make sure you get your tickets for the summer market, because we would love to see you here. So I'm going to enjoy my tea in the sunshine, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week for our next episode of the Lady Smith Manor Diaries.